We often hear that phrase, right? More is better,
Hmm.
more effort, more kindness, more strength. Like we're constantly chasing something, always pushing ourselves further. But what if that whole belief, even when we mean well, actually leads us kind of off course? Today, we're going to really dig into a different perspective. One that suggests, well, true success and well-being might actually lie in something we often overlook, the profound power of balance.
Yeah, and our goal today really is to help you unpack exactly why balance isn't a sign of weakness or indecision. That's a common misconception, I think.
Yeah.
Instead, the material we're exploring makes a pretty compelling case for it being a profound form of wisdom. We'll pull out the key insights to help you see how embracing this concept can genuinely lead to a more resilient and, frankly, more fulfilling life.
Okay, so let's jump right in then. The very first line that really grabbed me from this source was this. Too much of anything, even goodness, can become destructive.
Hmm. That's quite a statement, isn't it? That almost challenges, well, everything we're taught.
It absolutely does. We're
Yeah.
sort of conditioned, aren't we, to
Yeah.
believe that life is this clear-cut story. Like a fairy tale where people are just good or bad, and success is about being always kind, always giving, always strong.
Mhm.
But the core message here, it flips that right on its head. It tells us quite plainly that balance is not weakness, it's not indecision, it's wisdom.
Mhm.
This really forces us to redefine what strength looks like, doesn't it? It asks us, how can we truly be strong while also, giving ourselves permission to not always be on?
Right. And what immediately resonated with me was how the book then dives into what it calls the battle we all fight. It's those very real internal dialogues we have. Things
Mm.
like, should I forgive again? Or is it time to walk away? Or am I being too kind here? Or just being used? And that classic one, if I say no, will they hate me? Gosh, I think we've all been there. Absolutely, we have. And what this text really emphasizes is that there isn't one single universal answer for everyone in those moments. But crucially, it tells us that a balanced mind knows how to respond without guilt or regret.
Mhm.
It points towards this kind of internal peace, this calm that comes from having a more nuanced approach rather than just operating from one extreme or the other. It's about finding that calm, yeah, in the eye in the storm of those internal battles.
So if balance is wisdom, what does this balanced wisdom actually look like in action, day to day? The material describes a successful person who uh, doesn't just work hard, they rest hard too. They don't just give love, they also protect their energy. That's a big one. And instead of chasing endless positivity, they accept dark days with grace.
Mm.
It paints a picture that feels a lot more sustainable, doesn't it? More real.
It does, yeah. And it connects directly to the bigger picture, too, like leadership.
Mhm.
The author points out that the most effective leaders weren't necessarily the kindest or the smartest.
Mm.
They were the ones who balanced vision with empathy and confidence with humility. It just beautifully illustrates how balance isn't about choosing one or the other, but integrating these seemingly opposite traits for a much greater, more impactful outcome. It's about being whole, really.
Hmm. And the book gives some really clear, super relatable examples of this balance playing out in just everyday roles. Like, think about a parent who gives love but also discipline.
Hmm.
The material warns us that too much love without boundaries creates entitlement, which, yeah, we've probably all seen that. But also that too much discipline without affection creates distance. It's that tightrope walk.
Exactly that, a tightrope. And it's not just in parenting, is it? Think about a friend. A good friend listens deeply but knows when to step back. This isn't about being unsupportive, not at all. It's about knowing your limits, knowing when to say, maybe gently, I can't carry this for you.
Mm.
It highlights the wisdom of knowing limits not just for yourself, but recognizing them for others too. It's really about sustainable relationships.
Okay, here's where the material presents an idea that might feel a little jarring at first. This counterintuitive concept that too much good can be dangerous.
Mm.
It gives us some pretty stark warnings, like giving too much leads to burnout. Check. Trusting too easily opens doors to betrayal. Ouch. And probably the most painful for many of us, always saying yes destroys your own dreams.
Mm.
It almost feels like a punch to the gut because, we're taught these are inherently good things.
It does feel counterintuitive, doesn't it? But what the author is really getting at here, the core insight, is this. Balance teaches you to say, I care, but I also care about myself.
Huh.
And this isn't about being selfish, not in a negative way. It's actually a vital act of self-preservation. It's about understanding that unless you establish those limits, you won't be able to genuinely care for others or yourself in the long run. It's about sustainable well-being, fundamentally, and protecting your inner peace.
Right. Okay. So Knowing all this, listening right now, how do you begin to actually cultivate this powerful balance in your own life? The book offers 4 really actionable strategies, which I found incredibly practical.
Yeah, they are practical. The first one is really about awareness. It's simply pause before you react. Just taking a breath, creating that crucial space before making emotional decisions. The material points out that reaction is instinct. Balance comes from awareness. And for people who tend to overgive or maybe people please, that pause isn't just about thinking, it's about not defaulting to what you've always done. It's about intentionally choosing a response rather than just reacting on autopilot.
Okay, pausing. That makes sense. What's next?
The second strategy is to reflect daily. Take a few moments, honestly, even just 5 minutes at the end of the day. Ask yourself, did I give too much today? Did I hold back when maybe I shouldn't have? This simple act of self-inquiry, doing it regularly, can reveal valuable patterns over time. Not just what you're doing, but maybe digging into why you're doing it. It's like a quiet conversation with yourself that builds that crucial self-awareness.
Add daily check-in. Got it.
Number 3, then there's the practice of setting non-negotiables. Think of these as your firm boundaries, your personal guardrails. And the book makes a really important distinction here, which I liked. It says, boundaries are not walls, they're filters that protect your peace. So they aren't meant to just keep people out entirely. They're designed to regulate what you allow in and, importantly, what energy you expend, just ensuring you don't deplete yourself in the process.
Filters, not walls. I like that framing. Okay, and the last one.
And finally, perhaps the most profound concept the author introduces is practicing emotional duality. This is about recognizing that you can hold seemingly contradictory feelings at the same time. And that's okay. You can be angry and respectful. You can feel pain and still choose to show up. You can love someone deeply and still recognize when it's maybe time to let them go. It's about embracing the sheer complexity of human experience, really, rather than trying to force everything into these neat, often unrealistic boxes of just good or bad.
Wow. Yeah, that's powerful. This whole deep dive, it's really given us a powerful framework for rethinking what success and well-being truly look like.
Yeah.
And it feels like it shifts us away from that relentless pursuit of some, I don't know, idealized perfection
Yeah.
towards a more dynamic, more integrated, and maybe more honest approach.
Exactly. And as the source beautifully concludes with a thought that really stuck with me, the light is beautiful, but it's the shadows that give it shape. It's such a potent reminder that life's complexities, those difficult moments, the necessary limits, the no's, we have to say they aren't failures. They're actually what give our experiences depth and meaning and true dimension.
So thinking about all this, what does it all mean for you listening? I think it comes back to that core message we started with. Don't strive to be perfect. Strive to be balanced. Because that's where the real power lies, isn't it? That's where resilience comes from.
Absolutely. And maybe a final provocative thought to leave you with. Where in your own life right now might you be overemphasizing what you perceive as goodness, maybe kindness or giving or strength, potentially to your own detriment? And maybe more importantly, what one small step, just one thing, could you take today or maybe this week to embrace that vital dance between compassion and strength, between yes and no, between giving and holding back? It's truly about knowing when to bend, when to rise, and crucially, as the source says, when to rest.
We hope this deep dive helps you find your own beautiful, powerful in-between.